Hello and welcome back. I didn't do much between episodes. I set up the production of the next level of sorters, and I decided that I'm going to standardize on the faster sorters now. Now I've got them, I may as well use them. So I got rid of the box here, and this thing just outputs onto the belt. I could maybe reroute this slightly differently if I find I need this space for a manufacturing machine in the future. But so I think everything on here is now being made. Fluid storage tanks, splitters. Yes, that is something else I think I added in between episodes. I invented splitters. This is a way that lets you split belts. They're four directional, so they're a little more versatile than the ones in Factorio. And I've got those in there. I added tanks. We've got these things. These are power towers, which I think I'm carrying some already, am I? No, I am not, so I will grab a stack of them. Now, these can... Oh, I've activated something called God mode for building. Now, what this means is that when I'm building, I can scroll the world without moving my mech. So that might make building things a little easier. Anyway, these things can stretch the power a lot further, but they also have the thing that if I stand near them, they will actually recharge my suit. How do I close? I'm still in build mode. Okay, press B to exit build mode. Okay, escape will exit that as well. Okay, that's good to know. I'm pretty certain we've got water tanks in as well. They need glass. Over here. So, we are doing pretty good. Have I invented the next level of science? I have not. Right, and that needs hydrogen and graphite. Now, graphite we've already got. Hydrogen comes from mining, so I think we need to go this route. Plasma extract refining. Applying new knowledge enables efficient gathering and refining of crude oil. So this will give us oil extractors, oil refineries, and the recipe plasma refining, which turns crude oil into refined oil and hydrogen. And then we're going to want that, and straight away we're going to and then we're going to set up the red science as soon as possible, and then we're going to try and get this, because this lets us take our refined oil, add a little bit of hydrogen, and we get out graphite and even more hydrogen. And that's the most efficient way of doing stuff. So I don't think I might need basic chemical engineering for the chemical plant. We're going to enqueue that, and then we're going to try and get that. So we're going to enqueue it, but obviously it's not going to do anything. Right, now, one of the things I wanted to do was add a box that would bank science for when we're not actually using it. I could do it here or here. I'll do it here. I'll do it here. Right, so we're going to put a storage box down. Right, and we're going to grab from the belt, and then we're going to add to the belt. So that means that I think one of these belts, let's go with 2 sorters placing down. The idea is that any excess production we've got is going to bank it in there. And then when we start using science at faster and faster rates, or if we've not been researching anything for a while, we'll have banked it up, and so then when we do start researching, it'll go quicker. Right, you can now extract crude oil resources. So that has gained us the oil extractor, the oil, and the oil refinery. So we're going to want to make these. They both need the blue things: bricks, chips, and steel. Okay, well there's the blue things. There's steel. Chips are there. Right, so I have to decide where's the best place to put this. Now, I could move the green chips and form a row here, but then they'd still need the bricks from down there. Okay, we're going to try something here. If I put a... Okay, so the fact that I can suddenly move at high speed when I'm in that mode is a little disconcerting. So I can actually place myself sort of somewhere out the way. And then we go to build mode. Okay. So I've put the machine there, and there. What I want to do is see, can I get green chips in between there and the blue things? Now we're going to have to move some of this a bit. Dismantle that. I'm sorry, what were you grabbing? Okay, build. This God mode thing is messing me up already. I was losing track as to which one it was. I'm going to turn it off. I think maybe it's something that's good to turn on temporarily if you're doing like a mass array build, but having that on all the time, it messes up my spatial awareness because I'm used to it being centered on where I'm standing. Okay, so you want to grab iron rings still. Your power needs to be moved. Because what I'm hoping is if I put a belt here, straight away go up, and then straight away go down, The problem there is I now don't have room for the blue. Unless I have two belts to bring the blue in. Start there, go up, and go Oh, no, that never went up. Right, up one level. Yeah, sometimes it wants to snap to an existing belt. See, I can't do that because the endpoint must be horizontal. I think will work. Then we can just use a sorter to fill these belts. Right, and then these guys are going to want a box either side of them. Output to those boxes fine, and grab from these side belts. Right, so you were going to make me oil extractors. You need bricks and steel still, and you are making oil refineries, and you also need bricks and steel. Right, so now we just got to get all this powered. Right, now where can I squeeze these in? One there, one there. Right, so those are the oil extractors. I'm going to want more refineries. So let's get 2 stacks of them. 1 stack of these, and am I missing something? Green chips. I haven't grabbed the green chips yet. There we go, both of those should start moving. Excellent. Although we don't want to do any other proper research, I think it's worth checking upgrades. Is there anything we can do at our current level of tech? Okay, vertical construction. This adds an extra layer to storage and 2 layers to labs. So lack of research items. Oh, this actually requires the red, which we haven't got yet. I misread that. We've got blue at the moment. Yeah, so there's nothing we can do at the moment. See, I don't want to rush ahead with all the other research and have sort of a whole pile of stuff we need to do. I could get solar panels and start those building, but they require silicon, which we haven't got set up yet. I mean, we can make it, because you can make silicon ore out of lots and lots of stone, but I don't really want to do that yet. Right, let's just grab ourselves some of this stuff. And we're going to get our red science up and running. So, there was a nice thing over here. See, we're boxing up lots and lots of blue science ready to go for when we need it. Over here, there was loads of oils. And I want all of them. So if we go to map mode, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll grab those 6 and sort of bring them together here, I think. This might actually be a good moment for God mode building. This needs a key toggle. You need to be able to like turn this on and off a lot easier. Alright, gathering. Oil extractors. So we're going to have that one there.
When being outside of building range, you can hold down the shift key and use the right mouse button to click on the open space to control the mecha to move.
Oh, God mode won't let me do that, but shift... Okay, that's telling my mech to walk over there. Right, there's another one here. Please move where I tell you to. And where was the last one I wanted to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was that one there, I think. Yes. I don't think it's worth it, really. It's probably just as much bother to do it this way. Right, let's bring these together. Now, one thing you can do with these things, because they stretch power further, you can alternate. If I put down one of these...
You built a wireless power tower, which is suitable with long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge mecha by using electricity from the grid.
And you alternate between these ones, which are more expensive, and the normal ones. And you can stretch your power nice and far. So let's do a stretch over to here. Using that, and then we'll use the normal ones to hit these refineries. So if I route this oil like this, sort of keep it to the edges of this area, then I should have a good amount of room here, here, and over here to do all the refining and the red science stuff that I need. So this one produces almost 2 oil a second on its own. So at the moment we're probably going to oversaturate some of these belts, especially if we combine. But in the long run we'll hopefully be able to easily upgrade these belts to the next level. That's something the devs are promising. So if we just go in a straight line that way and then bring this one down to meet it. I will be back once I've routed all this oil. So I decided to try and run as many full belts as I can. So this one over here does 1.94 per second, and the belts I'm currently using can carry 6 per second, which I've just worked out is nowhere near a full belt, is it? So I could just combine these in the normal way. I was like going to be clever and use a splitter, because with the splitters you can set output priorities and input priorities, and what I was thinking is that this one's almost filling a belt, and then I would have this one come along and almost not fill the belt, and this one would come in, output on this one, so this would be a full belt, and then the excess would go on there. But it's 6 per second, and 1.94 plus that is not 6 per second, so I do not need any of this yet. Right, so we're going to dismantle that. Stop being clever, because it's not time to be clever. I think what I'll do is I will keep track of this. So 1.94 plus 1.15 is 2.99. So currently we have a half full belt. And then the next one we're going to add. Yeah, all of these combined might not come to much more than a full belt. Right, so I've only hooked up 4 of them. This one, that one, that one, and the one that was over there. And that's already come to 6.02. So I'm going to delete these 2 for now and leave them until we've upgraded the belts. Once we've got faster belts, then we can bring these 2 in and maybe some more of the ones around here. But for now we're going to work on the fact that we've got a full belt of oil. You can see the math there. So let me X these out for now and actually hook up our grid. Right, so we've got an electric wireless power tower there. So we should be able, there we go. Bridge across like that, and they should all start working. There is going to be one here. I'm going to leave the actual things in place. I'm just not going to power them. If you run like that, and I'm thinking I can get my oil refineries on either side of them. I can't see information as to how long it takes to process oil. So the way oil refineries have their ways in and out is a little strange. See, we've got 2 on either side. We've got to the left and the right and at one end, but not on that third end. How am I going to want to output my stuff? Either way, it's a little bit of spaghetti. Leave a little bit of room in case I want to get more oil in later. Let's just put one down there as a test. Okay. You are going to be making...
This facility will produce multiple products. To divide them, you need to set a filter on the sorter. You can use Tab or the arrow keys on the right side of the keyboard to quickly set the filter when building the sorter.
Thank you. But I'm probably not going to do it that way. I'm going to probably output onto a single belt and then use a splitter, because splitters can do sorting as well. And I think it's going to be a little easier to do it that way. Right, so this takes 2 oil in 4 seconds to make its outputs. And we have 6 oil a second. can we work out the math on this? So it's 2 oil in 4 seconds. So 2 divided by 4, it uses half an oil a second. We have 6 oil per second, so I think I can support 12 of these machines. Okay, so let's do the maths in the other direction to make sure. So 12 machines needing 2 oil, but it's a 4-second cycle. 6, yes, that works. So we can have 6 of these on each side of this line, or maybe I just want them all on a single side. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's 12 of them. And as I said, it's going to output... Did I not set... I didn't actually set the recipe. Okay. Copy, paste. So there's 2 ways you can output if you've got multiple outputs. As I said, if I put a belt in... When you drag one of these out, if you can hit tab and you see there it says filter, and you can choose what the filter's going to be. But then I'd have to have 2 separate belts coming out of each of these. Now, I do have to consider the capacity of this belt. So that's the other thing we need to work out. We are getting 3 things out every 4 seconds. So if we go back to our calculator, 3 things are coming out times 12, because there's 12 machines. That's 36, but it's every 4 seconds. So we can divide by 4. 9. It is too much for a single belt. So I will divide the array into 2. And then I think we will be okay. So that's 1, 2. And then this belt's going to drop down and come along. So I think that should be able to take the output on this stuff. So we use our fast sorters. We're just outputting with no filtering. Oh, no, not there. One of these should be able to swing fast enough, because they can go three trips per second. And it's a 4-second cycle time, so... Okay, we're going to get 2 oil out and 1 hydrogen. But all 12 of them into 9. So we're going to get a full belt of refined oil and half a belt of hydrogen. That's fine. So now I just need my splitters. How do I want to do this? Now, the thing with these splitters is you can change the shape on them. There's 3 different forms. There's this one where you get the 4-way all on the ground. If you hit tab, you can get this one where you've got some up on the level 1. And this way, you still get a 4-way, but some of them are on the higher level. And this might be the one I want to use. science target's over there. I'm just trying to work out what direction I want stuff to flow in. Lack of item. Huh. Can I make myself a quick splitter? I cannot. Back to the mall. While we are here, we may as well fill up on everything. Basically make sure I've got a full stack of everything. Okay, I don't have much graphite on me, but I can just burn oil, which is actually 4 megajoules each. So not quite as good, but it'll keep me going. Okay, so both of these are outputting the same thing. They need to go into separate sorters. And I'm going to have a full belt of oil and half a belt of hydrogen. So I think I want my oil going this way. So we will just come out the front. And we're going to set a filter on this. What I like is this actually changes to match whatever angle you're looking at in the world. So filter of refined oil, and so any hydrogen that comes from there I want to go into the other one. I was thinking there would be like a two-way exchange, but of course that doesn't work. Let's take this one belt at a time. So then this is going to be the hydrogen. Set a filter on that of hydrogen. So you can just output your oil this way. Let's set our belt height to 1 to help make sure we maintain that. Send your... Interesting. Why can't I set... You can only have one filter. Because you can have a single output priority, and that's the only thing that can be filtered. And you can have a single input priority. Okay. What if you come... No. I don't want you down on the ground. I want you up on level 1. If you just do this. That I think will work. So this one is sending hydrogen out the front, and the other thing will go this way. And this one is sending oil out the front, and the other thing will go that way. We've got nine outputs from our whole array a second. So that's not gonna, and it's a 2/3 split, so none of the belts are gonna get overloaded. Yeah, let's give this a whirl. The advantage of this of this design is I can easily add more oil refiners this way. I just have to sort of move where the sorting happens. Right, power. One thing I like is there's a little spot in here where you can always put your little powers down. look, we're not actually grabbing the oil yet, are we? Oh, I must have accidentally put them back. Didn't hang on to enough of them. Yeah, I must have held down control. I'm trying to keep like a stack of everything. But if I hold down control when I click the stuff back in, yeah, I put the stuff back there by accident. Right, let's power this up. Anything complaining about power? Nope. So you can see we've got the stuff coming out on mixed belts. But then only hydrogen's ending up over there, only oil's ending up over there, the extra stuff flows off to the sides. Perfect. Alright. We're going to want to buffer these in tanks. Because obviously once the belts are full, everything stops producing. So we're going to stack the tanks to make sure we've got plenty.
We built a storage tank. It is more suitable for storing fluid than the storage. Each storage tank can only store one single type of fluid and can be built vertically. However, once it has been removed, all the stored fluid will be devastated.
Yep, very, very devastated. But unlike with boxes, you just fill these by just running the belts in. Right, now, this should let us test whether or not we're going to be overloading our productions. Of course, the belts were full, but hopefully we'll start to see them flow a little better. Hoping we'll stop seeing this stuttering after a while. It'll do for now. There might be a slight bottleneck on the belts. Not quite sure why. See, I assumed that these things could input double belt speed. I suppose that might not be the case. Splitters run at the speed of the belts running in and out of them. Yeah, not all of these are spinning, so we do have a slight bottleneck. As a design, I think it will do for now. Incidentally, what do we need for our red science that we've not invented yet? I'm sorry, I thought I'd invented the red science. Oh no, I was going to invent the red science, but then I started looking at technologies and stuff, didn't I? Yeah, we're going to do red science and then we're going to go straight to X-ray cracking, although we won't be able to invent that until we've got red science set up. Will this show us what the recipe is? Yes, so we need 2 hydrogen and 2 graphene. Now, graphene just comes from coal, so what I need is a coal deposit near here. Some coal veins up there. Is that the closest? I mean, I do have some graphene production over here, which is not really doing anything at the moment, but that's quite a distance to route it. Now we're going to grab this coal that's to the north of us. This is a gorgeous game. Thank you. Right. Okay, graphene. Just remind me. 2 coal every 2 seconds makes 1 graphene. So for now, we can support 6 graphene makers. Although, if we want a full belt of graphene, what we should do is have a second load of extractors. Because 2 coal becomes only 1 graphene, and we want a full belt of graphene coming out of this. Need foundation support.
Insufficient required items.
What do you mean lack of
Click the
item?
replicator button at the bottom
Oh,
right.
I did it again, didn't I?
Open the panel and manually replicate these items.
I accidentally put all of the stuff back in the mall. Because I know I've got thousands of this stuff. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Seven, 7, 6, and 6. So made in smelters. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's in the wrong place. Pleased to be making the graphene. Shift copy. Then there's going to be an output belt here. And then another 6 of these on the other side. Right, so once we hook this up to the power, we should be able to quickly set up our actual red science production. Yep, graphene is making it to the end of both of the arrays, I think. Right, so now we can set up our construct our science towers. Well, that's there. So if we consider bringing in a belt this way. Put our science towers here. That's 3-second processing time, that's a 6-second processing time. So if we want them to match, we kind of need double the number of these. Will we be able to run all this on a belt? Yes, it takes 6 seconds to make one, so yeah. We would need a lot more of these, I think. Right, produce red science, graphene and hydrogen. Do you need the same amount of both? 2 of each, yes, so it doesn't really matter which belt I put where. Right, and our hydrogen is in this one. So we should be able to get this up and running soon, and then we're going to actually get this stuff that lets us make even more hydrogen, because our current recipe is making more oil than hydrogen, and that isn't what we want. We want more hydrogen. I mean, if we look at our current ratios, we've got 2300 hydrogen, and we've got like twice as much oil. So what the X-ray fracking will let us do is turn our oil into more hydrogen. All of those are spinning now, so it's possible the bottlenecks are going away. The X-ray fracking will also make us more graphene, and then what we'll do is we'll probably feed it in here with a priority to take it from our X-ray fracking rather than the coal. Oh, I am out of energy. Let us actually grab a load of energetic graphite, seeing as it's our better energy source. Unfortunately, with the energy so low, it slows down the construction. Okay, let's grab the things we need. And power this sucker. There we go, we are producing science. And like last time, we want to put one of those boxes down so we can start buffering. Grab one, drop two. That way, for now, the box stays empty. Are we feeding ingredients fast enough for them all to spin up? Yep, we're slowly getting there. Not sure whether we have the power for them all to run. And we will do our double inputs. And there we go, we are researching X-ray fracking. So, at the start of the next episode, that is what we shall work on, to make sure we have enough hydrogen. Because previous experience from the previous game shows that just from the oil, you do not make enough hydrogen. This number is going to keep ticking down, and then we're going to be, have a paucity of it. This number is going to keep ticking up, and eventually we're not going to be able to store anymore. So I think what I will also do is queue up upgrades. So more energy core improves the mecha core and greatly increase the upper limit of our stored energy. We will walk faster. We will have a larger inventory. We will have one more construction drone. That's very good. We're going to increase the speed at which we can recover energy. Our drones will move faster. And we'll unlock the mecha sail, which lets us orbit our planet at faster speeds. Double press the lift off, hold the arrow keys with space in flight mode, which will activate the sail mode at a certain altitude. In sail mode, the mecha will orbit the planet at high speed. That is very good. Oh, okay, and I can't improve my vertical construction yet because I've just filled the queue with everything else. But I will probably grab as many upgrades as I can. Everything else actually uses yellow. Well, veins utilization doesn't. This basically lets us increase our mining speed and use less actual stuff. Alright, I will see you in the next episode. Just have a quick check on our power. Yep, only 74% satisfaction. So I think I should probably throw down a load more wind turbines as well. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.